delighted that you are here for our National Town Hall event. The people of South Carolina have been more than sweet to us, and we just love you. Thank you for opening this up to us this evening. The University and his wife and Winthrop University for being willing to open this up. Thank you so much for all coming out this evening. I'd like you to meet the love of my life, my husband of nearly 33 years, Dr. Marcus Bachmann. My name is Michele Bachmann. On Monday, I announced in Waterloo, Iowa, that I am seeking to be the President of the United States of America. From Iowa, we traveled to Manchester, New Hampshire. We held a town hall forum there. We had an outstanding crowd in New Hampshire. From there, we went on to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and had a wonderful welcome. On very little notice, we had over 1,000 people in Myrtle Beach, and we had a wonderful time. We'll be back there soon. And after that, we went down and we had a marvelous time in Charleston this morning. Absolutely beautiful people. We had another town hall forum. From there, we went to Lexington. We held another town hall forum. Then we went to Greenville, South Carolina, and we thought we couldn't possibly lay our head on the pillow until we made it to Rock Hill, South Carolina. Some of the press are writing that we're pretty ambitious. All we can say is we're just getting started. Because we are determined we are going to take our country back in 2012. I just want to tell you a little bit about me. As I told you, Marcus and I have been married almost 33 years. We have 5 wonderful biological children. Our oldest is a physician. Our youngest is off to college. And we've been privileged to raise 23 foster children in our home. They are now grown and gone and launched. And after 29 years of parenting, an empty nest is looking pretty good about now. We love those kids, but we're so happy that they have wings and they're on their way. My background is that of being a former federal tax litigation attorney. I attended William & Mary, and I have a postdoctoral degree in federal tax law. I worked for a number of years in the United States Tax Court, and I have seen up close and personal how devastating high taxes are on individuals and families and farmers and businesses. And if there's one thing I can tell you, at 3.8 million words, our United States IRS tax code needs to go on a very severe restrictive diet. My husband and I also started from scratch. We put together capital, and we started our own small business, and we are proud of the fact that we are job creators and we turn a profit. We think profit is a great thing, and we need to support small business. I'm extremely excited about the coalition that we're putting together all across the country. And tonight, as we've gone all around the first primary states, Iowa, New Hampshire, and now South Carolina, you have a very important proposition in front of you. You get to choose and determine who will be the next president of the United States. I believe with everything within me, the American people have made a decision about the current president of the United States. I think they've seen his report card, and I think they've got out their big red pen, and with all due respect, I think the president has failed the American people on turning the economy around. And so from here, we need to choose the candidate. and I am here to present myself as that candidate for the presidency of the United States. We have very important decisions in front of us as far as turning the economy around goes and job creation, and also what we'll do in the area of foreign policy. I sit on the Financial Services Committee. I've been there watching what has occurred with the financial meltdown in our nation. And also I have the privilege of sitting on the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. We deal and are entrusted with the nation's classified secrets. We're a very small committee, and it is a privilege to serve there. And if there's one thing that I have seen nearly every day as I have been on this committee, is the fact that there are threats every day to our safety and our security. And we must never forget that every day there are people who wake up and think about how they can kill Americans and how they can destroy this great nation. I want you to know I am committed to winning the war on terror. I am so grateful for our brave men and women who serve us in the military. My father served in the United States Air Force. My stepfather served in the United States Army. My brother retired full U.S. Navy. Without the sacrifice of our brave men and women, none of us would have the privilege of gathering this evening in this beautiful auditorium at Winthrop University. It is because of their sacrifice that they are here today, and we honor them for their service to our country. Tonight is your opportunity to ask questions. This is a two-way conversation, and I'm so delighted that you made this a priority in your life and your schedule, and I want to get to those. The final thing I'd like to say to you is I have been privileged to be a witness to one of the largest movements in modern times of people literally coming together in a new way that we haven't seen before. And it's this. It's very unusual. It's made up of disaffected Democrats, of libertarians, of people who have never been political a day in their life, of Republicans, of conservatives, of Tea Party patriots, and of the 9/12. And we have a new coalition that is coming together, and I believe it will serve as a new movement to take our country back. And this is a marvelous three-legged stool that we have. National security conservatives, I am one of those. Fiscal conservatives, I am one of those. Social conservatives, I am one of those. And the Tea Party movement, of which I am one of those. And liberals, and to be clear, I am not one of those. Want you to believe that this new coalition is some right-wing fringe, very small minority. And I am here to tell you the reason why they are so frightened of the so-called Tea Party movement, which is really not a political party, it's an idea. It's an idea that has more in common with 1773 and 1776 and the ideals that our Declaration of Independence and Constitution were founded upon. And this is a marvelous thing. Our country is once again recognizing the brilliance of the founders and the brilliance of these magnificent documents that were gifted to us by Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. And but for these documents and the commitment and fidelity to liberty, we would have never become this great nation. And so now, once again, the American people have made a decision in this new movement that's come together across the country. This winning team movement, in my estimation. They have decided that we're going to go on. We're going to go forward. Because what is more important than anything is the new young generation that is coming up that will one day take our place.